Let me start by saying I was nothing short of excited to watch Kong Skull Island. I mean, I love the Peter Jackson film with Naomi Watts and Adrian Brody, and was it from Tenacious D?
Oh,
Jack Black. Yeah. Love that film. It was pretty well done. So I was looking forward to this one as well, due to the fact that they were actually looking to tie this film with the recent Godzilla remake. To make those monster mashup films from back in the day. So yeah, I was kind of excited to watch it.
Hey man, I don't know about you, Matthew, but I enjoyed every bloody version of Kong there was. I liked the 33 version, the 76 version, the 205 version, and I really like this version. How about you, son?
Cockstick. Hey, I'm Matt.
And I'm Peach.
And welcome to that movie review,
aka TMR. So Kong Skull Island is an entertaining entry into the new monster universe launched by 2014's Godzilla. And while this movie is short on 2005's dramatic King Kong by Peter Jackson, it is still high on action, adventure and entertainment.
Absolutely. I mean, if that's what you're going, if you're going into Kong Skull Island just looking for, a great Kong movie, you will enjoy it. You know what I mean? Outside of that,
what were you looking for, Matthew? What did you expect from this movie?
No, but I don't know. The thing is,
did you not read the poster?
It's not that. It's not that. There's a lot of
trailers.
You see, the thing about the trailers, the trailers made it look gevaarlijk, and the trailers made it look that the characters in this film were actually competent ones.
I was not deceived by the trailers.
That made it look like most of the characters in this film actually had something to do, where most of them didn't. I mean, this is quite an ensemble cast. There's a lot of well-known actors in this film, and throughout the film, one thing that was apparent is why. Kong Skull Island has greatly reimagined the Kong mythos. I mean, this is the biggest Kong you're gonna see in film to date. The same way that Godzilla in the remake was the biggest one that you'd seen in film to date. And Kong really does drive this film. They still give him a bit of a personality as well. He's not just some up. You know what I mean? He's got some heart in him. You know what I mean? And that really drives the film. And for me, that's really about it. That's all I liked about Kong Skull Island is Kong.
Okay, Masani. That's also the thing about King Kong. The Kong character has always had to, it's one of the biggest requirements. He needs to have a personality and he needs to have heart. Because as an audience member, you have to feel for this monkey.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? It's why when...
So a monkey's an ape.
Whatever. It's why when he falls off that building at the end, you feel cucking like, why did that ape have to frick,
Yeah.
Couldn't that ape have survived,
Yes.
Things like that.
And they always parallel this story with, while feeling for the ape, seeing the bad side to human beings, and how insensitive and how egotistical we can be, thinking that we are the rulers of this earth, when
Absolutely. It's funny how though that Kong always seems to go for like a blonde though.
There is always a blonde. Well, Brie Larson's not necessarily blonde.
But she's Caucasian, for one. It's always a Caucasian woman. Why didn't Kong smite any of those islanders, for instance?
Oh man.
Anyway.
That's a very good point.
Hey, look, it's neither here nor there. The cast is actually it's huge, and at times this might actually be to the detriment of the entire film. Kong, like the main character, Kong's size, the filmmakers were very ambitious with his size, and you'll see this when you watch this film. Kong is absolutely massive, and at the same time the cast
is massive.
Is also massive, and this at times doesn't always work for the film.
It doesn't work. There's too many gevaarlijke actors in here for each of them to actually have an impact.
It's true.
And there's two characters in here, or two actors in here that I really feel didn't need to be in this film. Like, you could literally take them out of the film it wouldn't matter.
It would make very little difference.
Very little difference. And that's the character that Toby Kebbell plays and the character that Jinty Yang plays. Without giving too much away, their characters literally do nothing for the
Little,
film.
it's true, they do little to nothing. Man.
And they're both fairly well-known actors, especially Toby Kebbell. I mean, from Rock and Roller.
I knew you were going to say that.
You know, it's my favorite film with Toby Kebbell. He played in the Ben-Hur remake, you know, he's Cobra in the Planet of the Apes films. He's a brilliant actor. And he's seriously underutilized in this film.
Not a bad actor. And you know what? I remember I was sitting here and I was sitting next to Matthew, obviously, who else am I sitting next to in the movie? And I see Toby Kebbell come on, and I'm surprised he didn't like jump or like, you know, like just like there wasn't like a short circuit for a few seconds, you know, because I know he loves.
I grant him, man. Brilliant actor. Jin Yang
from the Great Wall.
From the Great Wall. I don't know, but they're trying to fill like a quota here.
You know,
for you know characters that aren't Caucasian.
Key actors in this film are Tom Hiddleston, who does little more than flex his muscles and pose a lot.
Yeah, that's all he does throughout the film. Just looking kwaai for the camera.
That's true.
Even if it's in the background, like he knows it's in the shot, so he's just like acting gevaarlijk and whatever. We also have Brie Larson, who's an absolute delight. Brilliant actress, absolutely beautiful.
Lovely.
She's got such a stunning smile. This one,
it's
wow.
True,
You know, I just, you know, when I see her, I just want to, you know, take her for like long walks on the beach or something.
She's got a smile.
So that smile that it just makes you want to take her out to dinner or something.
That's true, eh? And do all kinds of things afterwards.
Yeah, like have dessert and stuff.
Exactly. She's got a smile that could crack a mirror. We've got Sam Jackson, who basically plays a modern day Captain Ahab in this movie.
Or, you know, like every other character he plays in every other film. You know what I mean? I mean, Sam Jackson is playing the same version of himself over and over and over again.
That's true, Matthew, but I gotta admit, Sam did act in this film.
He was okay. The only film that I really see Sam's range in is any film he's in, any sort of Tarantino film he's in. Then, you know, Tarantino has a bit, or Jackson has a bit more range. But he's becoming like The Rock now, you know. It's almost like, what film isn't Sam Jackson in?
It's true. You know, this in some ways, this film was almost like watching Sam Jackson's greatest hits.
It really
is. You know, because like little compilations of all the.
There was a little Easter eggs, you know, like
But you know, at the end of the day, when he's staring at Kong, he's looking really angry. I think he's
with
trying.
That Sam Jackson stare.
I think he's trying.
He's not trying. He just knows by default that's how that man looks. You know what I mean? He doesn't. He just got like a serious look and like, oh, he's acting gevaarlijk. No, he's not. The only other thing that I actually liked in this film, next to Kong, was John C. Reilly.
Yeah.
He brings quite a lot of levity in this film. PJ and I were discussing, while this film does suffer from a sort of identity crisis, like it really doesn't know what it wants to be.
It's true, the film does circle.
It circles a bit, you know, is it an action film, is it a drama, is it a comedy? Because it does hints at that, but it doesn't necessarily gel well all the time. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't know what type of film it wants to be.
Yeah, the film isn't cohesive enough in connecting its parts, regrettably.
Absolutely. However, any scene with John C. Reilly in, he's got a bit of a sad story. I won't tell you why, but if you've seen the trailer, you know he's been on the island for a while. So he kind of knows the lay of the land. So it's very sad the situation that he's in, but he's also like, you know, got a few screws loose, and he brings that classic John C. Reilly humor to the film, and I love it. Since I've seen this ook in Step Brothers with Will Ferrell, I love it, and a lot of people will say that it's old and it's outplayed, you know, this certain humor of his, but I love it. I'll never get bored of John C. Reilly.
The special effects of this film are absolutely astounding. It's the best King Kong effects I've seen to date. Definitely, in my opinion, it outdoes Peter Jackson's King Kong.
Well, it's made years afterwards. Flipping 12 years afterwards. 12 years.
Yeah, 12 years. Yeah, at least 12. Special effects amazing, and the monster battles are also really good. You know, it's bang for buck entertainment.
It's pretty hectic. It's obviously not really a spoiler, but I mean, there's this one scene where Kong's fighting this huge creature, and it was just like one scene I have to share with you guys. It's so badass when he just grabs this tree out of the ground, and he just like strips it of his branches and he uses it as a bat. You know what I mean? And that was such a cool moment. Kong is flipping cool in this film.
Didn't you, if I'm not mistaken, you also commented on Kong's glutes in the movie?
Yes, that's one
scene where he sort of
absolutely. The special effects are done really well to the point that they even captured, you know, the great glutes that Kong has. You know
so basically, you were checking out Kong's hole in the movie.
Yeah, Kong has a leg hole. I mean, in the one scene, it's quite evident. If you watch the film, you'll see it. And I was like, you know what, Con? Not bad.
I gotta admit, Matthew, I know exactly what scene you're talking about, and I wasn't looking at his wall maybe.
This film is ultimately chewing gum for the brain. You know, it's Friday Night Light. You can go take your lighty to go watch this film. It's PG-13 violence, so it's nothing too hectic. But really, it's besides Kong and John C. Reilly, like I said, there's nothing else I like about this film. It actually, and you know, I'm an optimist here, so I was like really throughout the film, I was like grabbing at straws. I was like, come on, make me like you, you know, do something interesting. And the character decisions in this film, some of them are just really dumb. There's unnecessary exposition with some of them, unnecessary character development. There's just a lot of unnecessary stuff in this film that clogged this film up, when they could have spent more time establishing Kong or like the situation on the island. Long story short, for me, not as good as I thought it was going to be. 6 out of 10. That's what this film's going to get for me. 60%. He passed. Yeah, it's kwaai. I can see some of you liking it. It's getting kwaai reviews apparently, but me wasn't that impressed.
From my side, boys and girls, Kong will get 7 out of 10. I actually enjoyed this movie. I know Matthew didn't like it as much. I do agree with what some of you says. The film does struggle to find its identity at times. There are even moments where the film lags a bit and you think to yourself, can we just get back?
Yeah, it's come. Yeah.
Can we just get back to the action? I like this film, boys and girls, and I highly recommend it for a Friday night.
Yeah, if you've got like nothing better to do, like nothing better to do. So that's it this week for that movie review. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and thanks for always taking the time to like, comment and share our videos. We really appreciate it.
100%, boys and girls. We'll see you same time, same place, right here on TMR.
And likewise.
Goed zeg.